StrikeReady understands the majority of pivots that you want to make based on different indicator types, right? So whether that pivot is based on an email alert, like, okay, who else got an email from that sender? Who else got an email with that subject, with that attachment, with that URL? And then, one step after that, right? Okay, here's the URL, who else got this, but who else clicked on the URL, right? Where else does this hash exist inside my environment? So we have automated investigations inside the platform where we're going to do those queries for you, right? So whether it's an indicator or an identity or an email, we're going to start to do those investigations for you inside the platform. And I'll kind of walk through what that looks like in just a second. But for every alert, we're extracting all that information and then doing those subsequent pivots, depending how you have it configured. Not everybody can do automated pivots based on licenses they pay for, but we're giving you those automated investigations in the platform by default when the alert enters. So from those individual investigations, and I'll show you kind of what that looks like on a simple click-through basis, we'll move into case management. And case management is where we tie together multiple alerts so that you're triaging one thing in one place and you don't have to move to other platforms. So you can see that StrikeReady has extracted individual alerts, and we've correlated alerts together. We've correlated multiple identities together, pulling in that threat intel. And we're also pulling in any other alerts that might not have been obviously linked, and we're showing you why we do that. We also help you manage your SLAs, your service level agreements, and these are fully configurable. Our MSSP customers love this because they can prove to their downstream users that they are triaging alerts in the right time frame, in the right contracted time frame. So full SLA configuration from the alert must be picked up with a certain period of time. It must be triaged. It must be responded to. Each of those is fully configurable. The case management template is also fully configurable. A lot of people have very specific fields, very specific requirements that they must fill out. So this is a full platform for case management. And that's whether you do that inside the platform or outside. We also will integrate into any third-party case management system you might have. So while StrikeReady thinks that we do a great job, and you can do collaboration, you can do chat, you can do invite other users by email, you can leverage this as a platform for sharing files, you can comment, you can do collaboration in internal channels. While we think we might do a great job, the reality is that most other customers have some other case management tool that they have to sync us with. So we integrate with the ServiceNows, with the Jiras, with the Freshdesk, with the JITbits. So you can do case management inside our platform, but also set it to automatically sync in a two-way fashion between something like a ServiceNow. So when something happens on the StrikeReady side, it syncs it into ServiceNow. And when that ticket is updated on the ServiceNow platform, it moves it back into StrikeReady. So you don't have to copy and paste. And all the different stakeholders inside the organization, they're all kept up to date. So I talked a little bit about some of the automated investigations we can do. And so you can turn on automated investigations to say, where else in my environment have I seen this URL or hash, or what was going on the endpoint? Or you can do, one-off mailbox lookups or one-off SIM lookups. Or you can do actions from inside the case management. And all of these actions that I'm going to show you, and I'll just walk through one or two of them, these actions are not individual workflows that you need to build. When you integrate a tool into the platform, all of these actions get automatically created based on the availability on the tool itself, as well as the license that we have configured for it. So not everybody configures our platform to be able to do certain types of actions, whether they're concerned about the actions being destructive or perhaps the actions being privacy invasive. So depending on the capabilities that we have integrated with, all of these actions become automatically available. So that's searching through SIMs or mailboxes, that's deleting files or killing off a process, that's grabbing a file off the endpoint, sending it to a sandbox, processing it through the sandbox, extracting the C2, pushing the C2 as an alert rule. All of those actions are not workflows that you need to build. These are all actions that get automatically built by the platform when you do the integration. And they're as simple as just clicking a couple buttons. So in this case, I'm just going to show how you can take an indicator from one of those emails, go and search in this case, I'm searching my Gmail, and all of those actions I'm about to take, you probably just saw it pop up there. All of the actions are fully tracked. They're fully RBAC capable, so you don't need to give every user access to every action. Certain users might be able to search through your email where other people can't. You can see that it's doing those searches and it's pulling down that data and I could, download these messages, I could send these messages to spam, and I can automate all of these, right? So what I was showing you was one-off actions, but perhaps you want to say when a spam comes in, you want to process it, you want to remove any similar emails from any other mailboxes. All that can be automated from inside the platform. And then lastly, full LLM support for generating, beautiful investigative type reports after the action is created. So you don't need to go through, I mentioned all those timelines that we're creating for every single asset, every single identity, every single indicator. Those investigative reports get created on the fly, and these are in configurable templates so that you don't need to create these after the fact, which is always people's least favorite part of the job. I'll just come in and add this as part of the case, and then when things are done, you can just click a button.
Discover how StrikeReady can help you improve your cybersecurity. Sign up for a free demo